So while looking at my 2023 planner system and trying to decide what I wanted to do for 2024, I came to a realization that the system that I had created, which I loved, no longer works for me right now. And don't get me wrong, that was very heartbreaking, but freeing at the same time. So what I decided to do is I decided to go back to basics with planning. I'm going to keep it very simple, very easy, very minimal for right now, for the season that I'm in. And then eventually, maybe I'll be able to bring back the planners that I love. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about why I decided to go back to basics, and then of course, show you my lineup for 2024. So one of the things that I had to realize is that the system that I had no longer worked for me. And I know for most of us, that is very hard to come to that realization that the system that we created no longer works. And it seems like we're back to the drawing board. But at the same time, it can also be freeing. And what I realized is I can create something completely different and completely new for the current season that I'm in. And if it just so happens to change again, that it's okay. I always thought that, you know what, 2 planners, one for personal, one for business, a couple notebooks here and there. But what I realized is it was a lot and could be overwhelming. And sometimes I wasn't getting anything done. I was looking at my planners, or sometimes I wasn't looking at my planners, and it wasn't doing what I really needed it to do, which was to keep me on track and keep me in line with the task and the goals that I needed to do for a particular day or for a particular week. What else I realized is that some things were falling through the cracks because I was looking maybe at one planner over the other. Then I had 11 notebooks because I love a good notebook, and everything was all over the place. And so I just needed to come back and streamline everything. So with that, it allowed me to look at new planners that I had seen before and maybe wanted to try, and letting go of some planners. So this year I don't have my A5, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to come back. But when going back to basics, I have to go back to basics. That means not trying to figure out the different sections that I need, but just having literally, are you ready for it? 1 planner this year. That's it. Well, 1 planner and maybe like 2 notebooks. And that's okay, and that's fine. What I realized is that right now I need to see everything in 1 planner, my goals, what I need to do for the week. I also had to realize too is that because I don't have clients right now, I really don't need 2 planners, and 1 planner is suffice. Now, if that changes as I bring on clients in 2024, because that is definitely one of my goals, then I will go back to having a business planner and 2 planners. But I have kind of compensated a little bit because I don't have my ring planner, but I created a notebook for myself that kind of takes the place of that. And I'll show you guys that in a minute. So why don't we go ahead and do a quick drop. I'll do a bottom view. And so then I had to ask myself, Tiffany, what is it that you really need in a planner? And that's how I came up with the decision to go back to just 1 planner. 1 planner that of course is still my favorite weekly horizontal layout. I'm able to have my goals incorporated in there as well for all areas of life. And it's big enough to where I can incorporate everything that I need. So I will show you that planner in a moment, but I also wanted to allow myself to try new things. So this is something very new to me, and maybe even become a little bit creative with creating a notebook for myself that I can function, and I'm still able to take things out, add things as I go along the way. It gives me, it also provides me with a way for me to play around with a disc system as opposed to a ring system. Because one thing I also realized I need space. I need space to write. So that is also something that I have as well that I had to really get real with myself about was also having the space to write. But most importantly, I don't need everything. I don't need 12 planners. I don't need 2 planners right now. Now that may change in the year or maybe the following year. And it's okay to allow yourself to go back to 1 or go back to 2 or go back to just a notebook. If you're looking for permission, I am giving you permission to go back to basics with your notebooks, and maybe we all might find that planner piece, maybe not forever, but just for the season that we're in. So real quick, before we get to what you really came here for, to see the planner walkthroughs for 2024, if you're liking my content, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Around here, I talk about everything from how to build a timeless and classic wardrobe to planner things, and even going back to taking you along my solopreneur journey. So if you're interested in those, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. Now let's get back to the show. So here we are with my 2024 planner lineup. So first up, I want to show you my notebooks. So I have 2 notebooks. My first notebook, I got this actually from Target. I always go through the stationery aisle when I go to Target, and I found this notebook here, fell in love with it, and bought it. This notebook is where everything begins. So this is where goals or ideas or anything of that nature, that is where this will be housed. This is a bunch, any notes that I have, that I get, any tips or tricks when I'm watching YouTube or if I'm listening to a podcast, all of that will go into here first. And then I'll be able to decide whether or not what to do with it, or if to do anything with those ideas or goals at all. So this is sort of like my catch-all notebook. Next up, I created this notebook. Actually, I got this idea from watching a video. It was one of her 25 days of Vlogmas videos, The Organized Money. And she talked about how she had a content notebook instead of a planner. So I decided to kind of take that idea and create my own. So this notebook here is created with covers, disc, inserts from cloth and paper. This is the Happy Planner Classic size. And here is where I will house all of my content planning. So here it will be, I have an inbox here, and this is where I will write down any podcast or YouTube working titles that I have that I may want to work on. If I have any Instagram reel or Instagram post ideas, I will do those here. When I flip over a little bit here, these are cloth and paper inserts from the Creative Bundle. And this here is where I will literally begin to map out any of the actual content. So for example, and I will actually go back and I will show you the one that I created for today. Here I'm able to put the title, where it's going to go, whether it's going to be YouTube or podcast or both, the date that I recorded it, the date that it will be released, and then just everything that I need to do. Thumbnail, title, my talking points. Down here are the little additional circles. So if I have any additional notes, create the description box, everything will be housed here. I also have inserts that came with the bundle as well that I will also use for my mapping out my Instagram reels as well. The one thing that I had is I always had everything in 5, 50, 11 notebooks. And this will allow me to put it into one notebook. The great thing is I'm able to take inserts out, add inserts as they are needed. And then I also have in the back a note section back here. And I'll show you the note section back here that I will write out any talking points or script out my actual episodes. They will all go right here. Now this isn't quite finished yet. I'm still actually waiting for my monthly inserts that I got from Cloth and Paper, so I can really keep track on a monthly view what will be scheduled to come out on a monthly basis, and to keep track of analytics and everything from there. So if you want me to do a full walkthrough of this at one point, please let me know and I'll be more than happy to, but just let me know in the comments. So now what you all have been waiting for, and that is my actual 2024 planner. It's very hard to believe that I'm going back to one planner, but for this portion of my life, right now, this is literally all I will need. One of the biggest things that I realized is I needed someplace where I can house everything. I needed someplace where I could put my goals, plus my weekly task, and to really help me with keeping track of any goals that I have. So this is the 2024 Moxie Life Flagship Horizontal Planner. So what I like about this planner are a couple things. One, all of my goals will be in one place, just one place. Here, I love how Sierra, the creator of the planner, breaks everything down from the compass assessment that you have here for the life compasses. And if you want me to do a full walkthrough of the Moxie Life Planner, just let me know in the description box below and I'll be more than happy to do so. But I'm just going to walk you through a bits and the pieces of it today. So here you have a life compass that you can actually do and create and determine your scores. One of the things that I really like about the planner is it goes over and provides me with setting goals, and it tells you what a stretch goal is, a maintenance goal is, and it helps you with keep really understanding and honing in on what your goals actually are. You're able to do vision boards. Here's a briefing of what I want to do, say for example, for my annual goals. It gives you the different life stages that you can choose from. You don't have to choose all of them, but I think I'm just going to choose maybe 3 or 4 to actually work on, along with a monthly layout here. Also in the planner, you're able to create your monthly goals and your weekly action steps that you need to take in order for that week, which will eventually go here on your weekly layout, because I love good horizontal layout, which will be able to go here. That is the biggest thing that I think that really attracted me to this planner. Now I did try this planner when the companion notebooks first came out a few years ago, but I really didn't like it too much and I didn't keep up with it because it really wasn't in one planner. But I think with everything that I want to accomplish in the upcoming year, I think this planner right now will suit me for what I need to do and accomplish for 2024. So that is my planner lineup for 2024. Let me know in the comments, of course, if you need me to do a complete walkthrough of the Moxie Life or my content planner notebook, or anything regarding if you want me to see how I do. I'm considering possibly even doing maybe a quarterly review of how I'm dealing or liking the Moxie Life. But let me know in the comments below. And with all of that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day and a great 2024. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.